actually how to factor with this particular one. So what I do is identify the parts. In general, every quadratic comes in a certain form, right? So it comes in this form. It comes in the form ax squared plus bx plus c. And what we're looking for are the numbers that match up to this a term. So that's in front of the m term, this b term, and that's in front of this m term, and the c, which is always a constant, all right? And what we're going to do is create this table. We're going to check to see if I can find two numbers that multiply, this is in general, that multiply to C and add up to whatever B is. So multiply to C, add up to B. So C is -10. That means I'm always going to start with a negative number. So if I start with -1, the way it works, what number times -1 equals -10? Do those two numbers add up to what B is? B is -3. I just always start with 1 or -1. It depends on what C is. Okay, so let's see, -10 divided by -1 is +10. I multiply these, yes, it equals -10. When I add these, I get +9. So this does not work. So I'm going to go to my next number, which is a 2, but I'm going to make it a -2. -10 divided by -2 is +5. I add those together and I get 3. That doesn't work, but it's almost close. Let's try 3. 10 does not divide 3, so we'll try 4. 10 does not divide 4, so I'm going to skip it. Let's try -5. And I get +2. And I get -3. So this is the group that works right here. So my factor form is x minus 5 times the quantity of x plus 2. Okay, my solutions are the opposite. My solutions or my x-intercepts are the opposite. It's going to be x equals +5, comma, -2. Let's try this again. So first of all, I set up my table. I'm going to identify A, B, and C. And if you didn't realize, A is always the number in front. It's 1. B is in here. If I put a -1 right there, it's -1. And C is -30. Okay, so I'm looking for two numbers that multiply to -30. So they multiply to this number and add up to -1. So I'm going to try -1 first because it's negative. Divide by -30, I get +30. Add those together, it's 29. That doesn't work. I'm going to try -2. Divide by -30. I get 15. And combine those, that doesn't work. Try -3. I get 10. Combine those, I get 7. Try -5. And I get, let's see, 30 divided by 5 is 6. Combine those, I get +1. It's getting close. So try -6. Divide that, I get positive 5, and I get negative 1. So here's my group that actually works. These two numbers multiply to negative 30, add up to negative 1. So my factor form is x minus 6 times x plus 5. My solutions, just the opposite of these numbers. Okay, let's go on. Here, now, so this one is kind of hard, but not really. So let's put this in standard form. That means my 0 needs to come to the other side. Okay, I'm going to put a little 1 in front right here so I can clearly see what my A, B, and C are. A is 1, B is 1, C is 0. So we're looking for two numbers. They multiply to 0, add to 1. Okay, so I'm going to try 0. 0 divided by 0 is just 0. So that's going to be add up to 0. I'm going to try 1. 0 divided by 1 is 0. 1 plus 0 equals 1. So my factor form will be x plus, plus 1 times x plus 0. And let's make sure that's right. And it is. I kind of messed up a little bit, but that's fine. So here, how do I do this? So we need to simplify this part. So you got to be careful here. Right here, we need to simplify this and make this x plus 1 times x. It's just x. My solutions, it's just the opposite. X equals negative 1 comma 0, and 0 never has an opposite. It's only its opposite is itself. Number next, we're going to create a little table here. Remember, C is positive 14, so all my numbers might be positive, they might be negative. I like to do both personally. 14, and when I see a negative in here, I want to start with negative numbers. Like if I see a negative for B or C, I want to do negative numbers. So adds up to negative 9. So I'm going to start with negative 1, divide that, I get negative 14, and add that, I get negative 15, not even close. Try negative 2, and 14 divided by negative 2 is negative 7. This helps you work with your math, and here's my groups. So factor form will be x minus 2 times x minus 7. Solutions will be x curly bracket 2, 7, and you're done. All right. Here we will use Desmos, but this is a difference of 2 squares. And you'll see me go over this. So we're going to skip this one. You can use Desmos to find the answers, but on Desmos, you'll see this hit the x-axis at, let's see, 8 and negative 8. So my solutions will be n plus 8 times the quantity of n minus 8. All right, but I do want to do this one right here. So multiplies to positive 3, adds up to negative 4. Remember when I said one of these is negative, we want to start with a negative number. So 3 divided by -1 is -1. I mean -3. And I get -4 as a sum. That means those are my solution, my factor form. That's where I'm going to get my factor form from. And this is where I'm going to get my solutions from. So x equals +1 and 3. All right, and I'm going to leave it at that.